junior, number 44, Jermaine McLeese.
WHES Channel 5 presents Peninsula District Basketball. The Kecoughtan Warriors versus the Bethel Bruins. Good evening, everybody. I'm Tim Cole along with Bob Hintz. We welcome you to Bethel High School for this battle between the 10-2 Bethel Bruins and the 5-7 Kecoughtan Warriors. And on the surface, Bob, when you see that record, you'd think, boy, this is going to be a terrible mismatch. But Kecoughtan's playing a lot better than their record indicates.
Well, they are. They were playing a lot better last night. They took the team that's undefeated in league play, Denby Patriots, down to the wire and lost by 2. This will be a great game and a great test for the Bruins. The Kecoughtan Warriors are real tough and strong inside. The Bruins, on the other hand, are more of a perimeter and a slashing, cutting type of team and not a big inside game. So we'll have to look to see what's going to happen in this game, but I look for Kecoughtan to take it inside.
Mike Bailey is the head coach at the Bethel High School Bruins. I mentioned 10-2, 13-3 overall. They are in third place.
And he's assisted, by Findolf Taylor and Ray Burtner over there with him.
There you see the Kecoughtan Warriors. McLeese, Moore, Brooks, Taylor, and Abraham are the starters for the Kecoughtan Warriors. And as you said, the Warriors are playing a lot better than they had been. Revis Conrad, of course, is the head coach, and he is assisted by Richard Hall, who always looks very dapper, I must add.
Well, he learned that from his head coach.
And who was his head coach?
Me.
Oh.
Richard comes back, coaching over Kecoughtan. He comes back to his home floor. As you see, the Bruin lineup is Tony Rutland, Kelly Rogers, Dante Travis, Melvin Stevens, the 2 new entries, and, of course, everybody's All-American, Allen Iverson. This is going to be a great game, and the fans have packed into the stadium, or into the den, as the Bruins call it, the Bruin Den, and we're going to see a great contest tonight.
You just saw Revis Conrad on your left, and that was Richard Hall on your right. Head coach Mike Bailey saw his name up there. We'll show you him in a minute. There he is to the top of your screen.
Third man down.
There you go.
He looks like he's getting ready to come in.
All right, we are underway as the Bruins control the tap, and they quickly go to the bucket with Allen Iverson scoring the first 2 of the ball game. 8-minute quarters in high school basketball, no shot clock.
Well, the Bruins, Tim, the Bruins coming out into a zone press, and they're trying to upset the Warriors' offensive flow.
This is Charles Moore kicking it outside for McLeese. Jumper from the free throw line does not go, and Kelly Rogers gets the board for the Bruins. This is Iverson with Rutland on the right side. Tony Rutland fires it up off the heel of the rim, no good. Out quickly come the Warriors. Macy Brooks pushes it up and has the ball stolen.
Well, Chris Taylor is staying right on Tony Rutland, because Tony has been known to shoot some outside jumpers that are at the 3-point range, and they don't want him to get off tonight.
That was Jermaine McLeese with the rebound. 2-0 Bethel, just underway from Bethel High School. In the corner, Macy Brooks' shot is too long, and it's chased down nicely by Chris Taylor, but he loses it in turn to the Bethel Bruins. Bounce pass in the corner, kick it back outside for Iverson to Rutland. Iverson with the lob.
Oh, nice.
Rutland.
Set play.
That is a timing play. They call the play. Rutland looks for Iverson to go to the basket and lobbed it up there. We saw that against the Hampton Crabbers. Same play.
That same play they did against this same Kecoughtan team. It was the first game that Allen played in the first game of the season for the Bruins over at Kecoughtan, and they run that play. It's just like they have been doing it all year long.
There you see Mike Bailey in the middle of your picture as he gives instructions. The ball was last touched out of bounds by the Warriors, so with the Bruins up 4-0, they'll bring the ball in. Iverson is fouled from behind by Macy Brooks. That'll be his first, the team's first, and it'll be a player control foul. Our officials tonight, if I can
go ahead,
interrupt you, Tim Whitlock is there. You see in your picture Larry Hagan. He is our umpire. If you watch the girls' game between these two schools that was played earlier this evening, you probably recognize Larry Hagan. He's doing double duty tonight, as we hope an accident is not the reason why one of the officials didn't show, but that's the case, and he is filling in, and we're very appreciative of that fact.
Excellent pass from Allen to Kelly Rogers, and the Warriors turned the ball right back over to the Bruins. And Rivas Conrad does not like what he sees. 6 straight points by the Bruins, and they have the ball underneath their basket. He calls a quick timeout. While we have a timeout, I do want to mention that we will pick a player of the game from each one of these two teams. The DC Engraving Sports Place player of the game. They will receive a plaque and a T-shirt.
Here's the alley-oop play, Bob, if I can interrupt you as you watch this replay. To Iverson with the nice basket.
The plaque comes from DC Engraving, which is located at Tab Square on Route 17. Dave Buckwalter out there, and the shirt, of course, is from the sports place located at Hampton Woods Plaza, and Dave Chubb is a young man there. We want to thank these two gentlemen for helping us pick one of the players of the game from each one of these two squads, unscientific though it may be.
We've played less than 2 minutes. The Warriors yet to score. The Bruins with 6. 4 from Iverson, 2 from Kelly Rogers. A couple of names you football fans will undoubtedly remember from this championship Bethel High School team of '92. Division V state champions. Iverson is fouled by Moore on the way to the shot.
I think what's the matchup there, Charles Moore is trying to stay with Allen Iverson, and he's not as big physically, and he's not as quick as Allen. Allen's got a real fast, quick step. That's where Bethel has the advantages. Inside, I think Kecoughtan has advantages, but they haven't been able to take advantage of that yet.
Iverson for 3, and the basket will count, and he'll get a chance at a 4-point play. Another rule change in the last year or two. When you're fouled in the act of shooting a 3, you either get 3 free throws, or in this case, an opportunity for a 4-point play. You get the 3-point basket and a free throw.
Well, last night Allen had his lowest output of the season. He only scored 8 points, and he's already got close to that now.
He's got 7, looking for 8, and he connects on the free throw. So it is an 8-point evening so far for Iverson, and his team has a 10-0 shutout going, and the Warriors turn it over, almost turn it over. Well, they do, in fact. Whistle was slow forthcoming, but again, the Warriors not getting on track. They lost a tough game last night to the Denby Patriots, 62-60. And these Bruins had a tough time up in Williamsburg against Lafayette. Pulled out a 84-71 hard-fought victory with a good, strong fourth quarter. Now the Bruins turn it over on the baseline, a step out of bounds play, and the Warriors looking for their first points of the ball game. And again, the ball hawked away and stolen. Dante Travis inside for Rutland. Turn around, put it in.
I tell you, the Bruins press has really got and there's another turnover. And another basket. And if you're a coach, you hate to call another timeout, but I'm sure Rivas is thinking about it.
The Warriors, totally rattled by this Bethel press, are able to break it, and they get the ball down court. Can't get the bucket. Rebound is loose, finally controlled. Kelly Rogers out quickly for Rutland. Rutland with a good move.
And that was a nice pass from Kelly Rogers, who normally is on the receiving end of a pass from Allen Iverson.
Again, you refer to the oblong football. And the final effort here of Chris Taylor finally gets the Warriors in the score column. And we have lost our picture here at the table. I'm not sure if that is what you're seeing at home. There we go. We got our picture back.
Yeah, well, I don't know what that was, but we had a little cursor moving around.
I was getting ready to get my handheld controller here and play a game.
You thought maybe it was a Pac-Man or something?
One of those things, yeah. See, we show our age when we talk about Pac-Man.
Well, I never played Pac-Man. I just knew it.
Here's the replay, and you'll see the foul. Foul is charged to McLeese. Kelly Rogers with the free throw, as the Bruins have just, there you see it, 17-2 blitz here in the first quarter. And Kelly Rogers adds to that total. A 16-point lead for the Bruins. And this is not indicative of the ability of this Kecoughtan team, I promise you.
And we have a new, there was a double dribble there. Young Mr. Brown, number 22 for the Warriors,
Marseille Brown
is in playing the point guard, and he will have to check Allen Iverson, and he's shorter than the other young man was.
And Iverson connects for his 9th and 10th points. Again, the Bruins trapping in the backcourt. And it's knocked out of bounds.
Well, actually, he tried to knock it off of a Bruin player, but it didn't hit anybody. Went out of bounds. The Bruins will take the ball over. Their press is really bothering the Warriors right now.
And everything that they are putting up is going in, the Bruins.
That's Dante Travis. I'm real impressed with this young man. He's really come into his own the last few games.
This is a real shocker, I've got to tell you, and Rivas Conrad has to call another timeout.
He really does. It really, his team is so flat, and I'm sure it's because of that close game they had last night with Denby. They came within 2 points of tying that game and possibly a win. You know, as a coach, you hate to, as we watch some of the replay here, you hate to see your team come out and just get blitzed in the first quarter. Tim, we're just a short time again. We're just seconds into halfway through the first quarter, and the Bruins already got 24 points.
We have played a little more than 4 minutes, 4 minutes and 14 seconds to be exact, and the Bruins have tallied 24 points, which most teams would be more than happy with for a quarter, to say the least.
So you got that right. I watched the game last night at Hampton and at the Ferguson. At the end of 3 quarters, Ferguson had 24 points. So you can see what kind of, if you put that in context with the teams on the peninsula, that 24 is a lot of points. With just over 4 minutes gone in the first quarter.
The very fluid Allen Iverson connecting from outside. He'll hurt you with a 3. He'll hurt you with a alley-oop. He has an awful lot of weapons. Here come the Warriors. Brown can't get it to drop, but strongly put back by Nasillo Abraham for his first 2. And I'm sure Conrad, Rivas said, look guys, Rivas Conrad I should say, said, look guys, let's settle down, get our game plan back in force. We still got more than 3 quarters of basketball to play. Let's just get back in the game.
And I'm sure he says play within yourself. Don't try to do things that you can't do. Forget about the score. Just get out there and do the things we practiced.
From the corner, Dante Travis can't get it to go. And the Warriors finally control it, Chris Taylor, but then he loses it. And let's see who touched it last. I believe Bethel did.
Well, that's Dante Travis on his knees, almost came up with a steal. Very scrappy.
Macy Brooks will inbounds for the Warriors. Brown to Brooks, and they get it across the timeline. They've got a 2-on-1, can't make it work. Abraham's pass, not a good pass. Macy Brooks is able to connect, however, and that's his first 2. And now 4 straight points by the Warriors, and they almost steal it. Chris Taylor with a good anticipation.
Chris Taylor is a fine ball player on that team for the Warriors that went so far last year. As again, we lost our picture momentarily.
There we have it back. The Warriors being hounded all over the court by these Bethel Bruins, and the Bruins knock it out of bounds. So, and again, there's no shot clock in high school ball. You do have a 10-second time that you have to get the ball across. The Bruins now will bring some substitutions in. They'll bring in Levitt Gaither, number 22, and they'll also bring in, as soon as I can pick up his number.
Number 25.
25 is Aries Early. And stolen again. This one is Dante Travis. Can't get it to drop. But Travis gets his own rebound, and then Taylor got hit got mostly ball, but got a little bit of the hand for the personal foul.
And I know Dante can't understand why you miss it, but again, you've got to keep your head up and watch that ball into the basket on a layup. It looks like it's such an easy shot. It is easy, but it also is a shot that is missed by pros and college and high school, as we see right here, the miss. But he stayed with it, came back up with the ball right here, and got fouled by Chris Taylor.
2 shots coming for Travis. 24-6 with 2:37 remaining. Travis hits.
This is a 2-2-1 full court zone press that the Bruins have put against this Warrior team, and it's just really frustrated them. They're having trouble getting it up and getting into their flow of their offense.
Travis misses and then commits the foul on the reach over. That'll be a player control foul. And for the Bruins, Marcus Mackey will come in the ball game, and he'll replace Travis for Bethel. So Mike Bailey has gone to his bench, and the Warriors throw it away. Mackey will inbounds for Bethel to Tony Rutland. Holds up the clenched fist. Last time that was the alley-oop, and again it is the alley-oop, and it doesn't work this time. But the Bruins are able to save it on the baseline.
Well, it didn't work because young Mr. Abraham dropped back in the zone, but it was a great play and almost made it.
You got to figure, though, if you're gonna have the same play with the clenched fist, the other team isn't going to be too stupid. They're going to start figuring out clenched fist means the alley-oop. So that was good anticipation by the Warriors. And again, I'm not sure we're losing the picture to you folks. We are losing our picture here at the table, and I'm not sure that that's what is happening at home. We hope it is not. We've got the picture back. Macy Brooks will pull up. The left-hander is short with the jumper. Gets his own rebound. Hook shot, kind of a wild shot. Batted around, and finally again controlled by Brooks. He'll kick it outside for Marcella Brown. I don't know. I think it's Marseille Brown.
Yes, it is.
Chris Taylor can't control it, and it loses it on the baseline.
Well, since the timeout, the Bruins have only scored 1 point, Tim. So the intensity defensively has been picked up a little bit by the Warriors.
And we've got what? Out of bounds play. Could have been traveling as well, it looked like. 1:42 left in the quarter. 25-6. All Bethel here in the first. As that trapping full court pressure defense has caused turnover, and again another turnover. Iverson is bumped. When he shoots, he'll get 2 shots. This one will go against Marseille Brown. That's his first.
We have Milan Brown, Morocco Brown, and Mercedes Brown. That kind of give you a hint where their daddy Charlie and his wife picked up those names.
I think we're looking somewhere in Europe.
Very unique.
Milan, Morocco, and Marseille. Interesting. I wonder if there are any more Browns around.
I think those are the only 3.
We could have Paris Brown. Iverson connects on both. London Brown. Moore is hammered but gets the basket. No foul called.
It's very surprising it was not a foul.
And the Bruins turn it over. So a little defense by Kecoughtan creates the turnover, and now the lead is 19, 27-8. There you see Revis Conrad.
Well, that was Macy Brooks defending Allen Iverson.
Brown bumped as he gets to the free throw line, can't get it away, and then Iverson is fouled
by Mr. Brown.
That'll be 2 on Brown. Rivas working the officials a bit over there, said if you're going to call those fouls, let's call these back here at half court when the ball was knocked away. Let's call them both ways, Mr. Ref.
Well, we got a chance during the break between the quarters. I want to talk about some of the most misunderstood rules in basketball.
4 out of 4 from the free throw line. Here's your replay as you'll watch Iverson go up and have the ball knocked away. Iverson connects on both free throws, and it's 29-8. Got a 2-on-1. Moore will try the three-pointer, no good. Tony Rutland from downtown, short. Iverson kept the rebound, and then he is fouled. No shot. Foul will be charged to Nasillo Abraham.
That's what I was trying to figure out. I couldn't see who made the foul that time or who committed the foul.
Iverson for 1 and 1.
Bonus time for the Bruins.
Chris Taylor, number 34, re-enters for Kecoughtan.
Bethel, a high-scoring team, no question about that. They can put points on the board.
Well, they wouldn't need a shot clock, that's for sure.
84-71, a victory over Lafayette last night. Kecoughtan coming off of a tough 2-point loss to Denby. Iverson will not get a second attempt as his free throw rattles in and out. Kecoughtan just a little out of sync. Taylor has it blocked, and a foul is called. This one will be charged to Aries Early, number 25 of Bethel.
Well, I think he got the ball, but he also got contact with the body, is why we have the foul.
Last foul on Aries Early.
35 ticks of the clock left in the first quarter. 29-8. We'll see again Coach Conrad of Kecoughtan.
Third Bruin team foul.
He and Richard Hall discussing the situation. Chris Taylor at the free throw line, his first trip there. He had the first basket for the Warriors and has not scored since then. And misses the first of 2. If you're watching this game this weekend, Sunday or Monday, whenever it might be, we remind you a huge contest coming up Tuesday night between Bethel and Denby. That game will be here at Bethel High School. We encourage you to come on out and watch what should be a superb game between two very good teams. Denby, the surprise of the Peninsula District. Bruins getting good pressure from the Warriors.
Well, they've changed. They put Chris Taylor on Allen Iverson, and Chris is doing a good job of denying him the ball, but Allen is so quick, got by, looked like he's going for a shot, passed the ball off to young Mr. Early, who was fouled in his attempt.
Second personal called against Abraham. He will come out for Calvin Baldwin. Watch the replay here. See Iverson with that quick step to the basket, dishing off, and then the foul by Abraham. No easy layups.
Tim, he could have easily, he being Allen Iverson, could have shot that ball.
Yeah.
But that shows the team player, and that's what you've got to do if you're as good as Allen is. You've got to dish the ball off to these other players, get them involved in the game. Don't let them think that you're going to shoot it every time you get it. That was a great pass. Even though they ended up with not a basket, it'll give you more in the long run.
7 seconds left in the quarter, and both free throws are missed by Early. And a foul or a tie-up looked like it might be 1st and 10.
We had a jump ball on this side and a foul on the other side.
And now the officials will talk about this and decide whose call will take precedent. I believe Whitlock is going to make the call. And they call it against the Kecoughtan Warrior, Calvin Baldwin. So it looked to me like he was the recipient of the foul.
Yeah, if there was, it was going to be, and number 5 should be shooting, not number 25.
Aries Early will go back to the free throw line.
Well, okay, no, he was standing there. He was standing there.
2 seconds left in the quarter. And what do we got? Got a lane violation.
You got a lane violation, so it is the kick. This is a little ragged right here at the end of the quarter, but like you said, 2 minutes.
2 seconds.
2 seconds. That's a lot less.
And the Warriors will not be able to get the shot away, and we have played 1 8-minute quarter, and the Bethel Bruins find themselves, after a huge start, up by 20 after 1. And Bob, we're going to talk about some of, as you said, some of the most misunderstood rules in basketball. Go ahead.
Sure, and we want to first of all say thanks to Carter Ficklin of the Peninsula District Board number 125. He dropped this in the mail to me. One of the most misunderstood is traveling. A player can only travel while holding the ball. There can be no traveling during a dribble or a fumble of the ball. A second one, of course, as we talked about, was the 3 seconds in the lane. This violation can only be called while the team is in continuous control of the ball in its front court. A team controls the end wherever the team shoots for the basket. No 3 seconds calls can be made when a team repeatedly misses shots at the basket. And a lot of people will yell at the officials, 3 seconds, well, there's no 3-second violation. Kicking the ball, and then we'll go back to the game. Accidentally kicking the ball is not a violation. Intentionally kicking the ball with the knee or below is a violation, and we'll pick up on some of those later on.
Second quarter is set to get underway. The Warriors will have the ball to start it, trailing by 20 points. Again, certainly not indicative of their team's abilities, nor is their record of 5-7. Ball tipped away by Kelly Rogers of Bethel. It'll belong to Kecoughtan. I want to thank Coach Kozlowski and all of the fine folks here at Bethel High School for all of their assistance in our preparation and setting up for the game tonight. Stolen by Tony Rutland. Rutland will take it in all by himself.
Whoa! Behind the head dunk. Nice steal by Tony.
Chris Taylor breaks the press. Gets it down low. Shot won't go. And Kelly Rogers has it stolen. And put up and in by Chris Taylor. From 3, no good from Iverson. He went down hard. Play is a little rough out there. Taylor gets behind the 3-point line, comes up short, and the stick back no good. Rogers with the rebound.
I tell you, Kelly Rogers is playing real big inside. He's doing I don't know how many rebounds he's got. I know you got the first quarter stats. We'll go over the first chance we get, but he is doing a great job on the boards, he being Kelly Rogers.
Individual statistics found Iverson leading the Bruins with 16 points in the first quarter. 6 for Tony Rutland and 4 for Kelly Rogers. And the leading scorer was Chris Taylor for Kecoughtan with 3, 2 each for Brooks, Abraham, and Moore. Rutland can't get it to drop, and then we've got a foul on the rebound. This will be charged against Charles Moore of Kecoughtan.
Well, he's the little point guard that got underneath the basket and was fighting for the ball and got caught for a push, although he was saying, hey, I got pushed.
First quarter, the Warriors hit only 27% of their shots, while Bethel was able to hit 58%. So anytime you hit 27 and the team you're playing is 58, you're not going to be on the scoreboard all that much. At the free throw line, we find Dante Travis. He is 1 for 2 from the charity stripe. And he misses the first of the 1-and-1. Rebounded by the Warriors. Macy Brooks, left-hander short. Kelly Rogers with another rebound. Rutland. Good move to the hoop by Tony Rutland.
Really was. Nice stutter step.
And the Warriors throw it away. Nope.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they do. He pointed the wrong way. Rutland from downtown, no good. Stick back is also no good, and chased down and controlled finally by the Warriors. Lorenzo Schuler in the ball game now for Kecoughtan. Charles Moore guarded closely by Tony Rutland. Wants to get it down inside to the left-hander Brooks. Brooks gets the roll. No, it won't go in. And Tony Rutland finally controls the loose ball.
Well, Bethel is just not letting him get the ball inside.
Iverson from somewhere near Big Bethel Road.
That was NBA range almost. Man.
It truly was. With a big three for Iverson. Rutland with the anticipation steals. And Rutland with some great moves, but he can't control the ball, or can he? Play is ragged, and Iverson is fouled on the way to the basket by Macy Brooks.
I tell you, you got to really take your hat off the Bruins. They're on the floor. They're doing everything they can to keep this game exciting and keep Kecoughtan out of it, even not let them get any offensive flow. Tim, they haven't got into their half-court offense. Watch this replay. Just watch it.
Ball is loose, and it looks for all intents and purposes is going to be Kecoughtan ball, but Rutland lying on his face gets the ball inside. Ball is tipped out to Iverson, and then Iverson is hacked on the way to the basket. That was the second on Brooks. And Iverson again at the free throw line. He is 5 of 6 from the free throw line so far. He misses this one. And it's tipped around, finally controlled by Kecoughtan. Taylor's shot is an air ball. Moore tries to save it on the baseline, but can't. So the Warriors truly are out of sync in this ball game. They've just, as you said, Bob, never gotten into the flow.
Well, they're playing at Kecoughtan speed. They're running up and down and shooting real quick and not getting into any offensive sets, and I'm sure that's not making Coach Conrad very happy right now.
They're playing at Kecoughtan speed or
they're
speed?
Playing at Bethel speed.
Okay. This is Taylor, and he misses the jam. Stolen away by Brooks, and they can't get the lid off that basket. Brooks wisely brings it out, tries to bank it, no good. Tip is no good. The offensive rebounds are there. There's just a lid on the bucket. Rutland to Iverson for 3, no. High in the sky was Jermaine McLeese. He had a big night last night against the Denby Patriots with 20 points, but so far has been held scoreless in this ball game. And we've got heavy contact inside, and a foul is called. Are we going to have a intentional foul call? Or?
No, I don't. I think it's a 2-shot foul. I'm not sure what he called.
Shooting foul on Melvin Stevens.
Oh, they must have called an intentional.
There was a technical call, so it was a technical foul called as well as a personal foul.
And I think the technical was when he went over and looked down and kind of like in your face type of thing, and that's another one of the rules that this year. They're not going to allow that. A second technical, well, the young man will be ejected from the game and we'll have to set out a second game.
You get a chance to watch the replay here. I didn't see anything in the replay.
Well, right over there. Now, see, he's walking over to the young man that's down. I thought he was going to go over and help him up. If he'd have done that, he'd been okay.
Certainly the foul didn't appear to be flagrant or anything of that nature. Of course, what happens now is Moore will get 2 shots, and because of the technical, the ball will also belong to Kecoughtan.
And they'll get 2 more shots.
Yeah, they'll be getting these 2. They already had 2. They made one of those. Moore will get 2 shots here. He's made the first. Then they'll get the ball at half court. 1 shot coming. So they, in essence, could have ended up with a 6-point, well, of course, with 3-point plays involved. Who knows how many points? But it would appear right now they'll get 3 of the 4 possible points and the ball.
And more importantly, the ball. That's correct. So they got 3, and they could get 3 more, so it could be a 6-point play. You're right.
36-14, 3:52 left in the half. Bethel raced out to a 29-9 lead. And the second quarter has been relatively even at a 7-5 pace, although Bethel continues to outplay Kecoughtan. Play has been ragged at times here in the second quarter on both teams' parts. And some of these young men remember encounters from the football season, and some of that, somewhat of that hostility can carry over a bit.
You got that right.
Macy Brooks is, of course, a prominent figure on the Kecoughtan football team. Chris Taylor's dish inside won't go, but the short jumper is no good, but the tip is good by Macy Brooks. So finally, that lid comes off the basket. Kecoughtan had a ton of offensive boards during a series there and couldn't get anything out of it.
Well, they ended up with a 5-point play.
What a fine feed for Allen Iverson for the alley-oop.
Well, they got to put somebody on him big enough that can go up with him.
I'm not sure they have one. Not as quick and as big. To the hoop, it doesn't go. Missed shot by Schuler. Back come the Bruins. They've got a 3-on-2. They spot Kelly underneath, and he scores.
Nice job by Allen to get the ball to Kelly, and Kelly's the one that, and there is a backcourt.
Clearly a backcourt violation.
But Kelly's the one that gave the alley-oop to Allen to play before, and then Allen returned the favor and got an assist.
40-16 with 2:43 remaining in the first half. It has been all Bethel, and mostly Allen Iverson. That could have been goaltending. There was no call. Ball appeared to be grabbed off of the glass. Saved by Kecoughtan. Turnaround off the glass, no good. Rogers again with a rebound, out quickly. Iverson wants to do a little shake and bake, can't get loose. Ball is slapped away from behind. Good defense by Chris Taylor. And then the ball is lost by Macy Brooks. No, they say it was last touched by Bethel's Levitt Gather.
Getting a little raggedy.
Oh, it's been rather so here in the second. Kecoughtan inbounds, and we've got what?
The ball was hit by Tony Rutland on the inbounds, so it remains Kecoughtan ball.
And the inbounds pass. This will be a backcourt violation, or perhaps out of bounds. Either way, it'll belong to whom? To Kecoughtan?
I guess Kecoughtan. Bethel must touch the ball. I missed that.
So I would have to say, and I say this with some reservation, the officiating a bit ragged here in the second quarter too. Couple of near calls. 3-point attempt, no good. Long rebound to Brooks. His shot is good. So Macy Brooks with 6 points, and the lead is 40-18. Allen Iverson with the shake and bake.
Shake and bake.
Give it to you and take it back.
Here it is. No, it isn't. 1-on-1, he is unbelievable.
Chris Taylor's easy to pick out on that court, isn't he? He's the only one out there that's got the knee-high socks.
Everybody else has very short ones.
Inside, easy basket for Jermaine McLeese, his first score of the night. And it's a 22-point Bethel lead with 1:14 left in the half. Hope you're enjoying this game. Iverson, no, it's a little short, kept alive by Rogers. Rogers has a basket full of rebounds and a good feed underneath. Iverson has it go in and out.
He lost the ball on the way up. Never controlled it after it got towards the backboard, and that happens.
Chris Taylor, no good. Dante Travis. The Bruins want to run. Tony Rutland with the easy bucket.
Nice pass.
12 points. Travis gets the assist. 12 points for Rutland. Then the ball stolen Iverson dishes underneath. Easy bucket for Gaither.
Kecoughtan cut it to 19, and boom, it's back up to 26 that quick.
Baseline jumper a little too strong. Gaither had it, knocked it away. 1-on-2, Iverson. And he is fouled.
I get tired watching.
Where's B out?
Oh, exciting. The people knew for $3 you could come and get this kind of entertainment. I don't know why this place isn't, overflowing. It was a huge crowd here tonight, but there's a few seats, not many.
I promise you Tuesday night there won't be any empty seats in here when the Denby Patriots come to play.
You're right there.
Or at least if there are, it won't be because I was told, by the way, that Coach Kozlowski overheard him saying, of course, as he organizes a lot of these situations, that they will definitely cut off ticket sales after they reach so many. And after that, the parking lot and the door will be shut. Warriors don't get the shot away before the conclusion of the halftime. At halftime, the score, Bethel 49, the Kecoughtan Warriors with just 20. We'll return to Bethel High School with the third quarter of action after a brief timeout. Pretty indicative of how it was going for the Kecoughtan Warriors in the first half as they find themselves on the short end of a 49-20 score. Individual statistics here at halftime as you watch the Bethel Bruins warming up for the second half. They were led by Allen Iverson, who had 24 total points in the first half, 8 of 15 from the floor, and 2 out of 5 from the free throw line. There should be 2 for 5 from the three-point range, I should say. And he was 6 of 10 from the free throw line for a total of 24 points. Followed by Tony Rutland, who had 12 points on 6 of 11 shots. 6 points for Kelly Rogers on 2 of 3, and Rogers led his team with 6 rebounds in the first half. And rounding out the score, Gaither had 4 and 3 points for Dante Travis. For the Kecoughtan Warriors, Macy Brooks with 6 points was the leading scorer. That'll tell you some of the problems they have. 3 of 11 from the floor for Brooks, 2 out of 10 for Chris Taylor for 5 points, 4 points for Charles Moore, 1 of 2 from the field. Jermaine McLeese only 1 of 5 from the field. And for the team, first half, Kecoughtan shot just 8 of 36 for 22.2% from the floor, while the Bruins hit a 20 of 37 for a 54% from the field total.
Well, that'll make the difference in the score right there. That's unbelievable.
And, of course, the free throws, Bethel 9 of 17 for 53%. Kecoughtan 4 of 6 for 67% in the first half. Total rebounds, the Bruins were out-rebounded by Kecoughtan by 28-23. And as far as any personal fouls, any problems for fouls, only one player with 2 on the Bruins. That's Melvin Stevens. And there are 3 on Charles Moore to be the only player on the Kecoughtan team with any foul kind of trouble at all. So it's been the Allen Iverson, Tony Rutland show here in the first half, and a story really of the pressing defense of the Bethel Bruins, not allowing the Warriors to get untracked in the first quarter, and the Warriors found themselves down by 20 and did not fare much better in the second quarter, being outscored by the score of 20-11.
Well, Kecoughtan is starting off with McLeese and Abrahams, Taylor, Brooks, and Brown in the lineup, and the Bruins are starting off with Rutland, Iverson, Rogers, Travis, and Stevens.
I believe that was the original starting 5. Stevens didn't see much action in the second quarter. The stick back is good by Jermaine McLeese. So McLeese, who had a good game against Denby Friday night, now only has 4 points. And the ball lost on the baseline by Brown, who took one in the chops.
Boy, he did take one in the chops. It was unintentional, and that ball went off his foot out of bounds. But he's going to have a sore jaw in the morning.
Rutland guarded by Brooks, dishes it out for Iverson. Iverson tries for the three, it won't go. And this is McLeese with the board for the Warriors.
Well, you know, this end of the court, this basket is one that gave the Warriors such a tough time.
Feed for Iverson. The assist will go to Rutland.
That's an easy basket to make. Yeah.
Yep, that'll give you a high percentage every time. Taylor is able to hit, so Chris Taylor has 7 points, 51-24. Iverson has it knocked away, looking for a foul to be called. Chris Taylor will try the layup. Second time now he's been alone and hasn't been able to hit the layup. Just another indication of the way things have gone in this ball game for the Warriors. Just have those kind of nights. Dante Travis from the corner.
I'm impressed with that young man. He's really coming into his own.
In and out for the Warriors. The stick back by Abraham, no good. Ball is loose and finally is controlled by whom? Kelly Rogers. Behind the back pass for Iverson. Jam it.
Nice pass by Kelly Rogers.
This Bethel team is fun to watch.
It is fun. I love the new shirt that we're giving out. Basketball is not a season, it's a state of mind.
Marseille Brown with a nice move to the bucket.
He's got some moves, just a young man.
Kelly Rogers, double pumps and hits.
Bethel attacked so fast.
And just like that, Dante Travis with the rebound, or loose ball, I should say. And it's finally controlled by the Warriors, and we've got a foul called, and Travis, for his efforts, got one on the nose. Checking to see if he's still got a nose.
That was Dante Travis's second.
But he initiated the contact, and for that reason, he will be called for the personal foul. That'll be his second personal foul. 57-26 with 5:24 left here in the third. You're watching the Bethel Bruins and the Kecoughtan Warriors. This game videotaped on the 30th of January, 1993. I'm getting much better about remembering what day of the week the games are done. This is my New Year's resolution.
Is that what it was?
One of them.
That McLeese, nice job.
Jermaine McLeese now with 4 points in the second half, 6 on the night. 57-28. Deep in the corner, shot is no good, and McLeese gets the board out quickly. Left side, Macy Brooks, and he will jam it home.
And he was fouled. And the foul, I think, is on Kelly. I'm not sure if it was Kelly or Stevens.
Melvin Stevens, third personal.
And it's Melvin Stevens called for his third personal. Going to get a chance to watch this one again. Brooks, the left-hander, a free lane. He takes his 2 steps and then comes through with the jam and drew the foul. Melvin Stevens and Brooks with a chance for the 3-point play. Off the heel of the rim, but Nicello Abraham is able to get the rebound, gets his own rebound a second time and puts it in. He has 4 points. And it's down to a 25-point lead. Iverson never lost control of the ball and then threw up a prayer. The officials truly letting the players play. And now Iverson says, well, that's fine. I'll get in the ball game and do this too. Macy Brooks strong to the hoop. So Brooks with 4 points in the second half. 57-34. Kecoughtan whittles away at that lead. Warriors with 14 points here, and baseline jumper is good.
Well, that's young Mr. Travis. I know his granddaddy, and I know his granddaddy saw him walk by Mr. Travis and is up in the stands.
And the Warriors turn it over. Brown would like to know from the official what happened that the call was made.
Bruins substitution early for Kelly Rogers.
We're having an explanation to the coaches here. Tim Whitlock is going over to Coach Conrad and tell him what the deal is. The last series with Allen Iverson, there had to be a foul or traveling or something had to be called. No whistle was called. It's very, very unusual.
Well, the ball will belong to Bethel. Tony Rutland has it rejected. Macy Brooks in for two. 59-36. Kecoughtan not giving up. Rutland off the glass too strong. Rogers with another rebound. Rutland from three.
If you block it the first time, he felt like it was going in. He's gonna shoot that. Tony is a pure shooter.
Gator comes
beautiful
in
touch.
for Rogers.
If you watch him when he shoots, Tim, he's got good hands on the ball, good follow through, good spin on the ball. Just he's a coach's. That's what you dream of, those kind of shooters.
From three, it is short, and it goes out of bounds. Last touched by a Warrior.
Well, that was put up by young Mr. Brown.
3.5 minutes to go in the third, and Rutland took steps before he put the ball on the floor.
Good shot of Mike Bailey coaching.
I'm glad that they did away with that seatbelt rule that they had there for a while. You know, it didn't allow the coaches to get up and get involved in the coaching, and that's what it's all about. We've got a whistle, and we have no shot. The foul occurred before the shot by Abraham.
And that foul was on number 25, Aries Early.
That'll be his second personal foul. So that will be a player control foul, as neither team has exceeded the 7-foul limit in the quarter. 62-36. And the inbounds pass stolen. Lead pass from Dante Travis to Allen Iverson. And Iverson with the big jam. Woo! Driss Taylor can't get the roll. And the ball is last touched by the Bruins.
Young Mr. Curtin, number 32, comes in for, who's he coming in for? Is that Dante Travis?
Fadeaway jumper in and out. Back come the Bruins. This is Iverson underneath the bucket.
Allen sees so much of what's going on the court. It's just amazing, the passes.
Gaither, recipient of that last pass and the two, and then a turnover. A 30-point lead for the Bruins. They just never have stopped moving. Iverson bumped as he passes over to Rutland. Rutland's three is no good. Tipped out to Rutland. Tony, and he is hammered on the shot. Macy Brooks will get called for the personal. That'll be his third.
I can sit here and watch this kind of basketball all night. It's just amazing to me. It really is.
Well, that, you know, you
Why
can't.
Why is athletics important?
If you're a Bruin, you can watch it.
Yeah.
If you're a Bruin fan, if you're a Kecoughtan fan, you want to turn it off.
Well, from a fan standpoint, as you watch the replay,
And that was an emphatic foul there. Rutland was not going to get the easy basket. Brooks made sure of that, and Rutland rattles it in and out at his first attempt at the free throw line. What you got there?
Why athletics are important. They demonstrate the scope of human possibility, which is unlimited. The inconceivable is conceived, and then it is accomplished. I can't take credit for that. It came from a British sports writer, Brian Glanville, but that really says it all.
And that last move by Rutland says it all. That's been the story of the game for the Bethel Bruins. They have just dominated from the very beginning. Stealing the ball, the defense has been in control the whole time. There you see Chris Taylor with a nice move, as Taylor now has 9 points.
And he come up with a steal.
Taylor double clutch and draws the foul.
And it looks like it's on Aries early, number 25.
That'll be his third. And the Warriors now will bring back in Calvin Baldwin, 42, and number 24, Lorenzo Schuler. 2:13 or 2:14 rather left in the third quarter. Conrad wants to give Abraham a little bit of a break. Here you're going to see Tony Rutland with the high percentage shot.
And here's a young man that broke his leg last summer, and they didn't think he would play until maybe January. He's been playing all year. He's got great work ethics and has really worked to rehabilitate that leg.
At the free throw line, Chris Taylor, two of three now for the evening, and Charles Moore gets set to come back in for Marseille Brown.
Substitution checking the board for the Warriors.
Taylor connects on both free throws. 69-40. Rutland is hot, wants the ball, hits the three.
You can't let him open. Once he gets the rhythm, he is a deadly three-point shooter.
He's got 2 here in the second half. He had 12 points at halftime. He has added 9 here to his total for 21. Stolen by Rutland. Lead pass for Mr. Iverson, and Iverson with the reverse layup.
And then he steals the ball.
A no-look pass, the jam shot for Darryl Curtin. Should be a heck of a ball game Tuesday night when the Patriots from Denby take on these same Bruins. Foul is charged to Gaither. That's his first.
Do we want to remind the fans we will pick a player of the game from each one of these two teams. The DC Engraving Sports Place player of the game, they will receive a plaque and a shirt for their selection tonight.
Foul against the Bethel Bruins. It'll be again on Early.
The plaque comes from DC Engraving, located at Tabb Square in York County. Dave Buckwalter out there. The shirt comes from Dave Chubb down at the Sports Place located at Hampton Woods Plaza, right down the street from Bethel High School.
Calvin Baldwin at the free throw line for 2 shots. I see a good look at Calvin. Baldwin is unable to hit on either free throw. Iverson for 2 more. Boy, is he
off the
quick.
top of the glass because Macy Brooks was going up to block it. Nice change.
Underneath the basket by Lorenzo Schuler. Less than a minute to go in the third, 78-42. Bethel Bruins putting on a scoring clinic, and Tony Rutland continues to hit the three. 3 threes here in the third quarter. He has 12 in this quarter, had 12 in the first half. He's got 24 on the game. Allen Iverson has added 8 to his halftime total. He's got 32. Last touch by the Bruins, they say.
Nice slam by McLeese.
Jermaine McLeese. Tony Rutland, who has lit it up and does so again and draws the foul.
That follow through, he's got such a nice touch on the ball. Good shot of Coach Kozlowski, the very likable head coach of the Bethel Bruin football team, and congratulations to Coach Koz in his state championship this year.
He and I were talking before the game, and you know, we're talking about all the glory of being a coach and all that. And boy, you're talking, man, you know what I'm talking about, the next part, and that is all of the hard work and the hours. You know, he's here every time there's a basketball game on Saturday night, Friday night, Tuesday night. He's out there coaching. You know, these guys put in 80 and 90-hour weeks, men and women alike. The teachers, in my opinion, teachers and coaches just never get paid enough. At the buzzer, the Bethel Bruins, Daryl Curtin. We've had enough slam jams in this game.
42-point lead, Tim. Would never believe it.
It just wasn't what you would have expected.
There's Alvin Inslee with his wife, and next to them looks like Pat Kovest, Dean of Girls here at Bethel High School. I want to go back and talk a little more, Tim, about these misunderstood rules. Edges of the backboard are all in play. The high dribble, as long as the player palm does not face upwards, you cannot have a palming. I don't care how high you bounce the ball. 5-second count for the throw in at the end line or out of bounds. The 5-second count stops when the ball crosses the out of bounds line. When you're jumping the ball at the beginning of the game, a jumper may tap the ball 2 times, but not 3 times. Of course, goaltending, you can't touch the ball if it's in the rim, it's coming down, and that sort of thing. You can't interfere with the basket, touch the basket or the net if the ball is touching it, but if the ball is not touching it, you can touch the net. And of course, pinning the ball on the backboard. If it's on the way up, you can pin it, but if it's above the ring, you cannot.
Iverson with the turnaround jam shot.
360. Oh.
They're putting on a clinic. Marseille Brown can't get it to drop. The ball is batted around. Brown in the tall timber comes out with the ball, and then it's knocked away by Iverson. Stolen again, lead pass for Rutland, and Rutland misses the jam this time.
He relaxed as he went up, and he didn't get as high as he thought he was.
Marseille Brown for 3, no good. McLeese can't get it to drop. Macy Brooks tries to save it, but it's saved. Rutland batted it out, and it's controlled by Brown. To Abraham. Abraham can't get it. Macy Brooks can't get it. Got it the rebound, and still too strong. It's just been one of those nights. Revis Conrad's going to go home and say, boy, I hope I don't have any more of these.
I have nightmares about this game.
His team has just met a very quick and talented Bethel Bruin team, no question about that. Again, if it's not too late and you get a chance to, come on over to Bethel High School and get here early, I should add.
Yeah, for Tuesday's game.
Tuesday's game, as the Denby Patriots will be here at a 7:30 boys game, 6 o'clock girls game. And they will sell X number of tickets, and once those tickets are gone, they will not allow anyone else not only into the game, they're going to close the parking lot as soon as they've sold the capacity number of tickets. So if you want to see that game, and personally I would like to be here myself, I'm going to do what I can to be here. Haven't seen the Denby Patriots, but I understand they've got a very good team.
They really do, but this...
That's a game they should have at the Coliseum. Iverson can't get it to drop from 3, but then he sees the pass coming, just like he would if he was playing a safety position on the football team. Underneath. Daryl Curtin with the bucket, Iverson with the assist, and the Warriors with the turnover.
No, I think Bruin hit the ball.
Bruin hit it, okay. 90-46. Timeout called by Kecoughtan. Revis Conrad wants to talk it over with his Warriors. And again, the Warriors came out. You just can't give Bethel the opportunities that Kecoughtan did. Of course, Bethel created their opportunities as much as they were given to them, but Bethel came out ready to play. Kecoughtan flat after that loss last night to Denby. And boy, they just never got on track.
And you know that's right. And watch this last assist as we talk about that, because that is very important. They were flat coming in here, and then when they started to shoot, watch this pass. Well, I didn't even see the guy, but Kecoughtan has been trying so hard, and the ball has just not been falling, even their inside shots, and they're getting frustrated. You know, Kecoughtan's got a good team. They're not a team that's going to get beat 40 points by the Bruins night after night. They are a good team, but tonight they're flat. Then they come out, they're trying a little harder. They're probably shooting the ball with a little more emphasis behind it, and they're not getting a soft touch. And of course, I can't take anything away from the Bruins. They've created a ton of turnovers with their press tonight and their quickness.
Brown from NBA three-point range, showing a little of his inexperience there. He had time to move up and get into his stroke, and he instead found himself open and said, I'll shoot it while there's no one in my face.
If I move up, somebody might get on me.
Well, that's it. There haven't been many times tonight when there hasn't been a Bruin in a Kecoughtan Warriors face. Lob pass, and it doesn't quite connect as Curtin had gone in for it. The ball was last touched, however, by the Warriors. And again, our condolences to Larry Hagan, as he has had to do double duty tonight as the umpire in this game. He officiated the first game between the girls, and because an official didn't show up, he had to take over.
He did, and these officials have done an outstanding job.
Tim Whitlock and Larry Hagan, the men in the stripes tonight. 92-46, you saw it on your screen. 5:36 left. Plenty of time for the high-scoring Bruins to hit that century mark. Saved into Abraham, and McLeese is is fouled on the way to the jam. And actually, he was jammed, in essence, by Levitt Gaither.
Well, he wasn't going to let him get 2. He said, if you're going to get 2, you're going to do it from the foul line. You're not going to do it over me.
Chris Taylor coming back in the lineup for the Warriors, replacing Marseille Brown.
Well, Brown has done a great job. I'm impressed with him. He's just a young guy. He's got a lot of growing to do, a lot of maturity, but he shows a lot of sound fundamental skills. Of course, he had a brother that graduated from Kecoughtan by the name of Milan Brown, who is now playing up at Howard University, and his next brother, Morocco, is a junior at Kecoughtan, decided not to play basketball this year, but to concentrate on baseball and football.
1 of 2 for Taylor, 92-47. Iverson dishes underneath, and Kelly Rogers is fouled on the shot.
Allen can see that open man and get the ball there so quick. That defensive man is having trouble getting his hands up, and the only way they're stopping the Bruins is by fouling, and that's a foul. Chucky Moore fouled out of the game. Nice gesture by Allen. Did you see that? He walked over and congratulated Chucky Moore on a nice play.
2 shots, Kelly Rogers.
Yeah, our director was telling us, I'd heard that also, that the PA announcer announced earlier that Hampton had defeated Denby in that big battle up at Denby High School by about 19 points. I think it was 82-63 was the report we got. 1 of 2 for Kelly Rogers. And with that in mind, if Denby did lose to Hampton, that gives a 1-point lead, excuse me, a 1-game lead to Denby in that important battle for the Peninsula District title. And of course, the winner of that Peninsula District title is an automatic berth in the Eastern Regionals, and you know how important that is. Big matchup Tuesday night here with Denby and Bethel, and then a similarly important matchup. Nice feed for Iverson.
Whoa! I tell you, Tony and Allen are on the same page.
Macy Brooks for 3. Another NBA three-pointer. This one by Rutland doesn't go. Iverson follows and hits. He is fouled and nothing is called. Iverson has filled up my scorecard here again.
It's 'cause you got any spaces to put, give them to somebody else, I guess, huh?
Chris Taylor with the basket. 97-52. Rutland started to take the NBA three and then said, let's call a timeout here. My coach
Well,
says,
he wants the Bethel coach wants to bring in 5 new ball players. Nice job by coach. You got 4 minutes to go in the game. You got it pretty well socked away, 97-52.
42 points unofficially right now. Here we watch some of the action. 42 for Allen Iverson. 25 for Tony Rutland. Here you see the alley-oop and the jam. Iverson hanging from the rim as he's allowed to do. You see the Kecoughtan Warrior nearby. They don't call that nearly as often anymore as they used to. Anytime you used to hang on a rim, they called it.
Well, if you hang there for a long period of time, they will call it. I've seen it called in a game this year.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, it used to be that
normally, if you just hung it on at all, but now you hang on, make sure nobody's underneath you, and when you come down, you don't get hurt. I'm glad. I think that was a smart rule change.
97-52, 4 minutes, 16 seconds. Who are our candidates here for the?
Well, I got to go with Allen Iverson. I mean, you could argue for Tony Rutland and Dante Travis and Kelly Rogers, but I think Allen is the one that sparked him. On the other side, you know, Kecoughtan side, I don't know. You've got Macy's done a good job, so has Chris Taylor. McLeese, I think, has done a great job, and young Rashay Brown has done a good job. So I'm going to keep that open on the Kecoughtan side and let you think about that.
I already got my decision.
Oh, okay.
Right or wrong? Man with the ball, Macy Brooks, no good. And the foul on the follow-up. McLeese is fouled. He's got 8 points, and he'll go to the free throw line. I think Macy Brooks would be my choice. And he's had a pretty good ball game. He's kept Kecoughtan, if anyone kept him in the game, he's done as much as he could.
That's right.
Brooks had 6 points at halftime, and he has added 9 in the second half for a total of 15 unofficially. At the free throw line is McLeese, and that's his first trip there. He hits the first of 2.
Warrior substitution, number 52, David Denton. Number 50, Byron Brinkles.
So Rivas Conrad now will go to his bench as well and get some playing time for some of the guys who don't see as much action as others.
Also, number 30, Lee Lewis.
And we'll keep you informed of these players as best we can. McLeese with the second free throw coming. And he rattles this one in and out. partially blocked by McLeese. Brown's three-pointer off the mark. And in addition to those big point totals that Iverson and Rutland have put on the board, they've also shared in a number of assists. David Denton for 3, not his range. Rutland with 25 points has 10 assists and 11 steals tonight. Iverson 42 points with 14 assists, 6 rebounds and 5 steals.
Tim, you might want to tell Scotty to turn on the portable mic.
He's got you all covered. The Bruins trying to hit that century mark. Haven't been able to come up with a basket.
Well, I tell you, the fans are hollering. They want fouls. They want anything, but they want 3 more points.
I assume with that big yellow popsicles you got there, you're going to go out and talk to someone after the game.
I'm going to get over and talk to Coach Bailey, number 1.
And whoever else will talk to you, right? The ball will belong to the Bruins with 2:39 remaining. So we understand, and it's unofficial, that Hampton has defeated Denby, and that'll mean that Tuesday night when Denby comes here to Bethel, a loss again by Denby could end up with a tie for first place between the Crabbers and Denby, of course, depending on what Hampton does, and I'm not sure who their opponent on Tuesday is.
But getting that district win gives you the automatic bye into the regionals.
Marcus Mackey with the 2. 99-53. The ball loose, picked up by Michael Lawson. Lead pass, put it up and in. Anthony Linton makes it 101-53. A minute 40 remaining in the ball game. And again, Brown from NBA three-point territory, no good. Chased down by McLeese, and he puts it up no good. Tep no good. And out come the Bruins. Linton, guarded by 3 Warriors, decides to set it up. Lawson kicks it out. Marcus Mackey with his second basket.
I'll tell you, when you start hitting them, you get the feeling that anything you throw up there is going to go in for the Bruins tonight.
Denton has it knocked out of bounds.
Foul on Jonathan Dean, young man we got to see play for Coach Kyle's football team. Did a great job this year.
.45 seconds remaining in the ball game. 103-53, a 50-point margin of victory at this point for the Bruins. We've had Bethel twice now, and both teams have been blowouts. First one, Bethel was on the wrong side of the blowout.
I was going to say, they better be on this side of the blowout than they were in the first game we did against them.
One of 2 from the free throw line for Marseille Brown. a minute to go. We do invite you to stay tuned as Bob will have some post-game interviews, hopefully, as Mike Bailey's team will improve their Peninsula District record to 11-2, 14-3 overall. And the Warriors will see their record fall to 5-8 and 7-10 overall.
I think they're getting they're all trying to pull some plays off like Allen Iverson, and they're getting a little ragged here at the end of the game.
And that is the buzzer to sound the end of the ball game, as the Bethel Bruins handily defeat the Kecoughtan Warriors 105-54. The fourth quarter finds the Bruins with 19 points and just 10 points in the fourth for the Kecoughtan Warriors. And again, we ask you to stand by for a moment as Bob is going to seek out Mike Bailey, the coach. And he's got him. Go ahead, Bob.
Tim, I got Coach Bailey here. Mike, it was a great game as far as the fans had to be concerned. Coach is still coaching. Kecoughtan looked a little flat after that game they had with Denby last night.
Yeah, really, all season long, and this is what Coach Conrad gets out of his kids all the time. They have performed when they didn't have a win on a win call. They played like winners, and just like tonight, this was an evening where a lot of things went right for us. They might have been flat last night, or from last night's ball game, but a lot of credit to him because you know, we just played extremely well tonight.
Well, I thought the early part of the game, your press just never allowed them to get into any offensive flow.
We played hard, and I don't know until this point have we really committed ourselves to the defensive end of the floor. And maybe this is a building block to future things. I hope so.
Well, I tell you, defense wins more games than offense, and I've always believed that as a coach. But tonight, and I think that turned because you kept getting turnovers.
Well, that's it, and they keep Coach the job, too.
Yeah. Well, listen, congratulations, Mike, and we'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Okay, Tim.
All right, Bob, and our congratulations to Mike Bailey and the Bethel Bruins for the resounding victory over the Kecoughtan Warriors. 105-54 is the final score. And 42 points for Allen Iverson, 25 for Tony Rutland to pace their team. There you see Jerome. Is that Jerome? Yeah, that's Jerome up there. As he's doing his usual job on our crew with a great job. There you see Ron Baton, as our camera crew was cut down to 2 tonight. We hope our third camera person didn't meet with an untimely accident or something. We don't know what happened to Big Melvin, but at any rate, Scotty Bowers, our director, and our crew, great job as always, guys. The final score again, the Bethel Bruins 105, the Kecoughtan Warriors 54. Again, we remind you, Tuesday night, there will be a big game here at Bethel High School between the Denby Patriots and the Bethel Bruins. So try and come on out and support that game or another Peninsula District game. Follow your team, come out and support them. You'll enjoy being at the game. Thanks for watching. I'm Tim Cole. For Bob Hicks, this is Tim Cole. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.
Good night.